Good morning and welcome back to my channel. Today is the 19th of August, which means that Thrillerathon has started and I'm very excited for this week. I'm a very bad co-host because I didn't stay up until midnight for the official start of Thrillerathon because I have to work this week and I don't cope well with no sleep. So I was, excuse me, I was tucked up in bed by 10:30 as usual last night and sound asleep because I'm very rock and roll. But we are starting this morning. Really excited to see what everyone's reading, really excited to be interacting with everyone and also reading some thrillers because I have deliberately not really read any for the last month and a half to kind of save them up for Thrillerathon. So yeah, I'm very excited to get started today. I put a poll up on my Twitter. I will put my TBR video up here, but I really didn't know where to start, so I put a poll up on my Twitter and you guys voted for The Cabin at the End of the World by Paul Tremblay. So this will be going into my bag for work and I'll be reading that on my lunch break, as if I get more than one, on my lunch break this week, which I don't think it will take me very long to read. It's not a massive book. So yeah, I'm excited to start with that. And then I have also got my other Thrillerathon books in my lounge ready to go. So alongside the Paul Tremblay book, I will be reading Sleep by C.L. Taylor, which I will be reading in the evenings. I kind of have one book in my handbag and then one book to read at home, so I will be reading that. And then I've also got In Bloom by C.J. Skews, which is the one that I'm most anticipating, so I'm saving it for last. And that's the sequel to Sweet Pea, which was my host pick for the readathon. So yeah, I've got those to read. I've also got the audiobook of Pieces of Her by Karen Slaughter on the go. I have to be, for full disclosure, I did start listening to it last week because the audiobook is about 20 hours long, and there was no way I was going to get around to listening to all of that in the week. So I'm about halfway through and I'm really enjoying it. At the moment it's in second place behind The Good Daughter for my favourite Karen Slaughter. I've also read Pretty Girls and The Kept Woman, and at the moment this one is in at number 2, but we will see how that goes through the week. Plans for the week: I am working all week and then going up to Shrewsbury to see my best friend Steph at the weekend because it was her birthday last Friday and it's my birthday in the middle of next week. So I'm going up to see her and I will take you with me and you can kind of see what I get up to this week. So yeah, really excited to start chatting and interacting with people. We've got conversation prompts and all kinds of things that are coming for you this week. So obviously by the time you see this, it's over. So I hope you enjoyed it. I'm very excited for what's going to happen this week. And yeah, I'll take you with me. We'll see where we go. Gotta love August in the UK. 13 degrees. And torrential rain. I don't even know if you can hear me, but I'm going to get soaked on my walk to the office. Great. And that is Monday done in terms of work. It was a really busy day, which is why I look so haggard and I really need to get my fringe cut. It's only really when I turn the camera on that I realise that I need a haircut, which is probably quite bad, but I will get that done this week. Yeah, busy day, but I did manage to get a lunch break. I read just over 100 pages of The Cabin at the End of the World. Really liking it so far. It's very tense. It's written a little bit, I think the way it's written is making it slightly difficult to get into because it feels a little bit remote and we're not getting any real backstory on anyone yet, but hopefully that will come. But yeah, I'm enjoying what I've read so far. I also listened to a bit more of Pieces of Her by Karen Slaughter on my commute in and on my walk to and from the office, and I'm about to listen to a bit more. That's getting really good. I'm in the last 3 or 4 hours now, and it's all getting quite tense and twisty, which is great. And yeah, I'm gonna go home, have some dinner. I need to, very excitingly, do my food job online and prep dinner for tomorrow. And then I'm gonna collapse in a heap, so I probably won't film anymore today because I think I've already filmed quite a bit. But I'm gonna start Sleep by C.L. Taylor as well when I get home tonight, and I will see you in the morning. What are you doing? Having your morning zoomies. Gone feral. Not on the sofa. Good morning. Do it, Jack. So yeah, give me treats. Alright, Claude. It is Tuesday, and as you can see, I am dressed and ready to go to work, but I thought I'd do a quick reading update before I go. So I started Sleep by C.L. Taylor last night. This is the hardback without the dust jacket on it, because I can't read books with dust jackets on. It's cool. The naked hardback says, I can't read it backwards. If you're reading this, then I am no longer alive, which is really cool, and I also really like the colour on the spine. So I started this last night. I've read the first 100 pages. I'm not loving it so far. There's a lot of setup, which I'm not used to in my thrillers. I would prefer to be kind of just starting in the middle of the action and the middle of the mystery, and I feel like we're getting almost too much backstory and too much setup to the mystery, but we will see. I'm enjoying it. It's readable. It's an easy read, and I also listened to another half an hour of Karen Slaughter last night on the way home, so combining that with the Paul Tremblay that I read at lunch, I think I finished it on around 250 pages total, which is great. So if I keep going like that, I will definitely finish all of these books this week. And yeah, I'm looking forward to reading a bit more of this evening. I'm going to read some more Paul Tremblay on my lunch break, and I think I've got about 2 hours left of Karen Slaughter, so I will probably finish that tomorrow. But yeah, that's the reading update. I'm off to work now. It's a beautiful day outside, because obviously I can't film a clip without giving a weather update. Yeah, let's see where the day goes. It is Tuesday evening, and I wasn't going to film any more today because I'm feeling pretty wiped out after my day at work, but I've just got to a certain point in this and there has been a really good twist. Up until now it's been fairly average, like a 3.5, maybe a 4, more like a 3.5 to be fair. But we've suddenly got to a certain point. I'm not going to show you where I am. I don't want to show you where my bookmark is because I don't want to give away where the twists are. But man, we have had a twist, and now the game is changed, and I'm very, very excited. Good morning. It's Wednesday. I look very tired, and I'm just getting ready to go for work. I'm actually leaving early today because I've got a very early appointment with a tenant. But before I go, I just want to talk a bit more about this, because literally all I want to do today is sit at home and read this. Like, the thought of having to go to work, frankly, it's rude that they make me work when I have books to read. I'm only joking, I do enjoy my job, but I really want to finish this. I will probably finish it tonight, pretty much. Like 90% sure I will finish it tonight, because it's got really good, and now I'm really into it and I need to know what happens. But I thought what I would do this morning is just show you the gifts that I'm taking for Steph at the weekend. Oh, there's the cat. As I said in the intro, I'm going up to see her this weekend because it was her birthday last Friday. It's my birthday in the middle of next week, and she's one of my oldest friends. I've known her since uni, so like 12 years. She's definitely my best friend. I love her. Oh, there it goes. He's doing his check of the perimeter in case scary things are outside, like people or other cats or birds. Actually, he's mostly scared of birds, which is kind of weird for a cat. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to go up and see Steph for the weekend. I can't wait. I've not seen her for months because she lives in Shrewsbury. So I thought I would show you the bits I put together for her. We just do like little bits for birthdays. because it's mostly just about seeing each other, and obviously we're going to spend money this weekend, so I thought I'd show you the few bits that I've got. So I've got her this cute bag with this ribbon, and I have to confess I will not be wrapping these presents. Gary's amazing at wrapping, and so he always does it for me, so he'll make it look really pretty. But yeah, I just really like this bag, that's quite nice. And then I've got all the bits inside, so let's start with the card, which is probably a bit inappropriate. Happy birthday is as nice as your melons, but if you can't use a slightly inappropriate birthday card for your best friend, then when can you? And she'll find it funny. And I just thought it was quite cute. Then I've got big tub of Picky Mix sweets, and actually she's lucky. It'll be lucky if she gets this and it hasn't been opened and part of it consumed. What else have we got? Buy me pizza and tell me I'm pretty on a coaster. I had so much fun shopping for her. Oh yeah, a pair of socks with her initial on, because again I just thought they were cute and they're really soft, and she is actually a really good crocheter and knitter, and she's currently learning to knit socks, so as a joke I thought I would buy her a pair, but actually these are really nice, and I think she will genuinely like them. And what was left in here? Oh yeah, two little things. Bookmark, that way up. Bookmark with sloths on, I found in Waterstones, that I thought were really cool. Sloths are her favourite animal, and I'm trying to encourage her to read more. She does read, but not as much as me, so I'm trying to subtly encourage her to read, because I've lent her loads of books and I want her to hurry up and read them so we can discuss. And then the last thing is this candle, which, can you see that there? Bergamot and soft rose is lovely. I might go buy myself one of these on payday. But yeah, I think she'll really like it. So yeah, those are all the little bits that I've got her, and I can't wait to see her. It's still quite early on Wednesday morning. I've just got to my appointment and I'm quite early, but I have finished my first read for Thrillerathon, which is Pieces of Her by Karen Slaughter, and I'll give my full thoughts in my wrap up, which will be up on the Sunday after this video goes live. But I really enjoyed it. I think I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. It's not quite as good for me as The Good Daughter, but I did really enjoy it. It was a really good thriller. Twists and turns everywhere. Nobody's who they seem. As usual with Karen Slaughter, I have to give trigger warnings for violence, sexual assault, gaslighting. I think that was it. General violence is pretty gory in places, although not as gory as The Good Daughter and what was the other one? Pretty Girls. That's really gory. But yeah, enjoyed it. Happy to have completed my first book of the week. And yeah, need to choose another audiobook now. I did ask for some suggestions on Twitter yesterday and I got a few of those, so I'm going to have a look through and decide what I'm going to pick up next. But yeah, finished my first read. It is Thursday morning. As you can see, I'm back in my car in my parking space, about to walk down to work. I didn't film anything else, as you will have seen yesterday. I find it quite difficult to vlog because I can't vlog at work because of data protection. Plus it'd just be really boring because it'd literally just be like shots of me typing and talking on the phone and dealing with paperwork. Which is pretty boring, and then I just kind of go home and chill out in the evening with Gary and read. So I'm kind of struggling to find stuff to show you guys, so yeah, there we go. Reading update, I finished, I told you that I finished The Good Daughter. I have not The Good Daughter, Pieces of Her by Karen Slaughter. I've started listening to, what's it called? Behind Her Eyes by Sarah Pinborough. Is that how you say it? I've heard really mixed things about her as an author. I've never read her before. I know that Nicole read the book or listened to the audiobook at some point in the year and hated it. And then other people have read it and enjoyed it. So I'm listening to it. It's only about 9 hours long, so it's fairly short. So I might finish it this week because I've got quite a long drive up to see Steph in Shrewsbury on Friday. Tomorrow. One more sleep. So I've started that. It's alright. I'm about an hour in maybe, and yeah, I'm quite enjoying it. It's quite easy to follow. It's another like psychological thriller where we've got a woman meets a guy in the bar, they chat all night, end up kissing, and then she gets into work the next day and he's her new boss. So there's that, and then we're also following the boss's wife, and their marriage is clearly not as perfect as it seems. He's very controlling and she's not allowed to have money or a phone. She has to kind of be in for his phone calls at certain times during the day. But I'm starting to get this, it's that question of, is he controlling her or is he protecting her from herself? So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Yeah, quite enjoying it. It's quite an easy listen. I read another 100 pages of The Cabin at the End of the World on my lunch break. So I've got about 60 pages left, I think. So I will hopefully finish that today.
Didn't read anything when I got home. Gary had a really long day in London. Food shop arrived, and to be honest, we just kind of like ate, put the food shop away, and then watched a bit of crappy TV. And I just didn't really have the energy to read. So yeah, I've also been trying to be a better host, co-host for the Thrillerathon. Harriet had asked Nicole and I to help run the Twitter and Instagram accounts, which is fine, but then I was having like weird social anxiety about doing that. I think it's because it's not my readathon, it's Harriet's, and I don't want to mess it up or like do anything to like upset or annoy her. Not that she's said anything that, like, she's so lovely that I can't imagine that I would, but my stupid brain is like kicking in going, oh no, stress. But I did actually log into both of the accounts yesterday and did a bit of like replying and retweeting and reposting and stuff, so I feel a bit less of a deadbeat co-host, so I'll do a bit more of that today. I've got a very busy day at work ahead, but I do have 3 like non-work related goals. The first is to get my fringe cut, because this 90s boy band look is really not the one, and it's really getting on my nerves, so I need to get that cut. 2 is to finish The Cabin at the End of the World, because I need to get a book finished and I really want to start In Bloom. And then 3 is to try and also finish Sleep by C.L. Taylor tonight when I get home. I think I've got about 100 pages left of that, so in theory it's doable. But it's also my last night with Gary because I'm going away tomorrow, so we'll see how we go. But yeah, I will see what I can film today, and I'll check in with you later.
It's Friday, woohoo! We have made it to the end of the week and I'm very tired, as you can see from my face. We're allowed to dress down today. I'm working at my Bristol office. Oh, here comes the cat on patrol. Yeah, working at the Bristol office today, and so I'm allowed to dress down, which is great because I'm then going up to see Steph. As you can see, didn't get my fringe cut. Guess what else I didn't do? Didn't finish The Cabin at the End of the World, and I didn't finish Sleep. So yesterday was a bit of a big fat fail, to be fair. Although I didn't get my fringe cut because the hairdressers, excuse me, didn't have time to do it on my rather short lunch break. So the cat's hunting something in the window. Jack, leave it. You're not going to catch it. Yeah, I didn't get my fringe cut because I couldn't get a time slot. So I will try and do that either today or tomorrow when I'm in Shrewsbury. The Cabin at the End of the World, I'm really struggling with. I don't want a DNF because I'm intrigued enough to want to get to the end. There he is. So it's not that bad, but I am having to like force myself to push through. I did read like 30 odd pages on my lunch break yesterday, but I would normally read like maybe 60 pages in an hour, so that's pretty slow for me. Sleep I am really enjoying, but I didn't have enough energy by the time I got home to really read very much of it. I read about 10 pages and then just watched TV because my brain was like, no, we've had enough information for today. So yeah, I've only finished 1 book thus far. I did look to see if The Cabin at the End of the World was on Scribd, but it isn't. It's only there as a ebook, which is kind of annoying because if I could have listened to the end of it whilst I drive this afternoon, that would have been helpful, but never mind. So I'm taking The Cabin at the End of the World, Sleep, and In Bloom up to see Steph because there will be like reading time while she's crocheting and stuff. And I really want to start In Bloom. Like, that's the one I'm most excited for. So I'm hoping that if I can finish the other 2 at least, like today and tomorrow, and then Sunday when I get home, and Monday will be spent reading In Bloom. So yeah, that's the plan. Very excited it's Friday. I've got a nice short day at work, but I do need to move my bones because I've got to get into Bristol, so I'm leaving early. I've got all my stuff packed down here. I do not travel lightly. I'm even taking my pillow because that's what 31-year-old women do, right? Yeah, so I will check in with you later. It will probably be either when I leave Bristol or when I get to Shrewsbury. So yeah, let's go. It is 4:10. I have finished work for the week. Woohoo! I had such a nice day with my team. I love going up to Bristol to see my team, my main team. It's always just like such a funny day. They're a really good bunch of people, and there's people just there while I'm vlogging. Oh god. Let's carry on. Anyway, it's 4:10. I'm at Gloucester Services, which is this super swanky services. It's like the nicest one I think in the country. I think it's been voted that before because it's like a farm shop thing. So I've stopped to get some goodies for Steph and I, and her boyfriend John, who will also be there this weekend. And then yeah, I'm gonna shoot up
to Shrewsbury. So yeah, I'm so excited to see Steph, but I have a quick pit stop here. I've been driving for about 40 minutes. I've got about another 2-ish hours depending on traffic. So yeah, quick pit stop here and then onward.
It's about 8:30. I'm at Steph's, just getting my stuff unpacked. We've had some Chinese food, she's lent me some books, and I got Juby here, her dog, and yeah, just gonna hang out, have a nice evening. Might get a little bit of reading done, but probably not. Mostly just gonna drink rum and watch films with my friend. Juby, hi. Come here. What are you doing? Juby. Hi. Good boy. You look out the window. Good morning, it's Saturday and I'm feeling a little bit groggy, as you can probably hear from my voice. I'm not hungover because we only had one drink, but I think a combination of like being so tired, a long drive, the excitement of seeing Steph and John, and a drink, and then like not a great night's sleep because I'm away from home and I never sleep well away from home and away from Gary. So I'm just feeling a little bit this morning. But I've had a shower, everyone's up, we're going to go out for some brunch, which I'm very excited about because we're going to, I think it's called Dough and Oil, but I'll try and film a clip while we're there. And last time I came, Steph and I went for brunch and I had the most amazing Reuben. So I might have that again, or I might try something else. But they also do like really good milkshakes. The food is just really good and I'm very excited about it. Other plans for today, I've got to get this fringe cut because I can barely see. Steph's going to dye my hair, so I need to go and pick a colour. What else are we doing? Donut time's going to... Planet Donut will also be happening. So basically loads of food. We're going to go for cocktails later. We're going to hang out. There'll be some reading time, hopefully, while Steph crochets. We were going to walk the dog. We will walk the dog, because obviously he needs to go out, but we were going to go on a walk, but it's going to be like almost 30 degrees today, so that's not happening. Yeah, just hang out, just be together, so I'm very excited for my day. Reading-wise, I realised I didn't update you last night in all the excitement of arriving here, but I listened to a couple more hours of Behind Her Eyes by Sarah Pinborough, which I'm really liking. I wasn't expecting to like it particularly, but actually I'm really into it and I really like the narrator as well. So I'm really enjoying that. I'm almost halfway through, so I don't think I'm going to finish it this week, but it will probably be, annoyingly, it will probably be like Tuesday when I finish it after the readathon's over, but there we go. So yeah, really enjoying that. I also managed to read another 50 pages of Sleep last night before I went to sleep. And I'm hoping to finish that today, and if I do manage to finish it today, well, the next book I manage to finish will be my 100th read of the year, which will be awesome because that was my goal for the whole year. Yeah, so that's the plan for today. I don't know what I'm going to be able to film. Steph knows that I'm vlogging and said that she was happy for me to film whilst we're together, but I still feel a bit awkward about like whipping my camera out when I'm around other people. So we'll see. I'm not going to put any pressure on myself because I just want to hang out and spend some time with my bestie. And I'm sure by the time you watch this there will be pictures and stuff on my Bookstagram account of what we've been up to. But yeah, we'll see what I get filmed today. And that's pretty much it. That's the update. It's a beautiful day. I've got some makeup on. I've made a little bit of effort with my hair. Let's do it. Is that really breakfasty enough? They do, yeah. Yeah, but then, you know, I don't want to count the pieces there. Do you not steal my donuts? I do. I didn't realise it was there. No, that one's It's Saturday evening, we're just getting ready to go out for some cocktails. I've had my fringe cut. I've also had my hair coloured, but I don't think you can really see it in this light. It's actually a really deep red, which I'm very excited about. I've also got GB just here, so if you can hear snuffling noises, that's what it is. Just thought I'd do a quick reading update because I have actually finished 2 books this afternoon. The first of which was Sleep by C.L. Taylor, which was my 100th book of the year, so really excited about that. I've also just filmed my wrap-up clips of both books, so you will see my full thoughts in my wrap-up, which will be up after this. I gave this 4 stars. Thought it was good, twisty. I did guess the murderer about, well, I won't say how far in, but not very far in, which is why I haven't given it 5 stars, but I did really enjoy it and would definitely recommend it. I can see why Nicole recommended it as her host pick. And then I have also finished The Cabin at the End of the World by Paul Tremblay. This one I didn't like it really at all. I've given it 2 out of 5 stars. I thought it had a really good setup, interesting premise, love the cover, but it just, I'm just looking at the dog, he's just curled up asleep down here. But I felt like it ran out of steam about 20% in, then it dragged, and the end was really frustrating, and I just didn't enjoy it. So yeah, only a 2 out of 5 for me on that one. So that's 3 books finished. I'm now going to start In Bloom by CJ Skews, which I'm really excited about because that's the Sweet Pea sequel, but that will have to wait for tomorrow because we are going for some drinks. Have you got any highlights on?
I think it's like I've got a torso this time.
I've got a torso today.
Yeah.
It is Sunday, and as you can probably tell from the sound of my voice and the way that I look, I feel rough. We had such a good time last night, went out for some drinks, went to this really fun like tiki bar in Shrewsbury, and just, yeah, had a really good time. I drank out of a parrot, and then went back to Steph's. She made some really good fajitas, we had some more drinks, and then she made me watch It, and I'm such a wimp when it comes to horror films. It was the remake that came out a couple of years ago, and yeah, I spent most of the evening cowering behind my hands, but I had a really good time. Went to bed super late, didn't sleep that well because I'm away from home and I'd been drinking and stuff, and I woke up this morning feeling pretty rubbish. But yeah, I kind of got dressed, obviously like saw Steph and John this morning and the dog, but just pretty much just got dressed, got my stuff together, and I've left because I just kind of need to get home to my husband and I really want a bath. And yeah, so I'm about an hour away from Steph, so I've got about 2 hours left. I've just stopped at a Starbucks because I needed carbs, so I've just had a quick breakfast. I've also got a peach green tea the size of my head, which is my only Starbucks order because I don't drink caffeine, and I've got some crisps for the journey as well. And now I'm just gonna rock on and get home and see the husband, have a bath, watch some Queer Eye, and do like read the rest of the day really. So yeah, that's the update. I feel rubbish. I don't really drink hardly ever, and I did have quite a lot of drinks last night for me, so yeah, I'm just feeling a little bit this morning, but yeah, I'll be home soon and then I can just chill. And it's Monday and the last day of Thrillerathon. I didn't film anything else yesterday because I was so hungover that I just couldn't cope with turning the camera on. Literally came home, had a bath, watched a serial killer documentary on Netflix whilst in the bath, and then spent the rest of the day on the sofa reading a bit and like just basically managing my hangover. So yeah, great. This is why I don't drink. So yeah, it's Monday morning and I'm still feeling a little bit rough, as you can probably see and hear. But I did finish my last read for Thrillerathon yesterday, which was In Bloom by CJ Skews. You will be seeing my wrap up very shortly after this video goes up, with my full thoughts. But as you all know, I loved Sweet Pea, which was the first book in the series. It was my host pick for this week. This is the second one. I gave it 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. The pace wasn't quite as fast and it wasn't quite as like violent or gory as the first one, but I still really enjoyed following Rhiannon and being in her head, and the end is like perfect for a 3rd book, so I'm really hoping that that will come at some point and I will definitely read it. So yeah, I've given it 4 out of 5 stars, really enjoyed it. And it does mean I've now completed my Thrillerathon TBR and I finished the bingo board, so that's cool. Plan for today, just the usual bank holiday bits really. House needs a tidy, need to sort the garden out a little bit, and then just chill and watch a film, a bit more reading. Yeah, so I will come back to you later on, probably to wrap the vlog up because we're not going to be doing anything particularly interesting today. But yeah, we'll come back to you later on to wrap things up. Yeah, this is the kind of Monday I love. Slow, lazy, and I don't have to go to work. So it's Monday afternoon and it's time for me to close this vlog off because I have finished my Thrillerathon books for the week and I'm just literally going to spend this afternoon curled up with Gary watching a film. So yeah, I thought I would finish off the vlog. So first of all, I've had such a fun week. I've really enjoyed interacting with people on Twitter and Bookstagram and seeing everybody's posts, and a few people have already got their reading vlogs up. I really enjoyed watching Harriet. She's put her first 2 up. As I'm filming this, I've watched the first 2, and it's been really interesting watching how her week has been. So yeah, it's just been a really cool week for like thriller fans to kind of just chat books and have a good time. So I really enjoyed that. It was nice being one of the hosts and kind of being included in that, so that's been really fun and really enjoyable. So yeah, that's been good, and I've read some really good books as well, so it's just all round it's been a good week. So the books I've read this week, I started the week off with Pieces of Her by Karen Slaughter. That was the first book that I finished. Listened to that on audiobook, thoroughly enjoyed it, gave it 4 stars. That covered off, I've got my list with the challenges here. So that was for oldest thriller on your TBR, a author you've read before. Yeah, an author you've read before, and I think that was it. Oh, and no, that was it. So it was, yeah, sorry. So that was for oldest thriller on my TBR and an author I've read before. So that was great. I then finished The Cabin at the End of the World by Paul Tremblay, which I read for the shortest thriller on my TBR and creepiest cover, because I think this cover is creepy. Although I think it's one of those covers, it gets creepier once you've read the book because you know the significance of everything that's on the cover. I did only end up giving this 2 stars in the end. I can't remember in the clip if I said 3 or 2 stars, but I did end up going with 2 because I just really didn't enjoy it. I was really disappointed by it. A few people said that Head Full of Ghosts by him is good, so I'm going to give that a try. But yeah, this was a bit disappointing for me, unfortunately. I then read This Beast, Sleep by C.L. Taylor. This was Nicole's host pick. It was also a new to you author, and it could have gone for creepiest cover as well. Yeah, I enjoyed this. I gave it 4 out of 5 in the end, only because I didn't get 5 because I did work out who the murderer was really quickly, and it was a little bit slow to start with, and I've seen a few people this week talking about this and saying that they felt like there was too much setup, and there is a lot of setup. Like the first probably 100 pages is setup, which is unusual for a thriller, but actually I kind of enjoyed it. Sorry, I've got windows open because it is too hot to be filming with the windows shut. Yeah, so I gave that 4 out of 5. We'll definitely look for more from her because I did enjoy that. And then my last read of the week, which I finished yesterday, was In Bloom by CJ Skews. This was for, which ones did I read? I kind of doubled up on quite a few of these. So this was also an author I'd read before. It was also my most anticipated thriller because I loved Sweet Pea in May. And I think that was it for this one. And yeah, like I said in the last clip, did enjoy it, gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Will definitely read more of her adult stuff, and I really, really hope that this series continues. So yeah, those are the books that I read. So I have completed the bingo board. Woohoo! I've had a cracking week, and I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. I'm now gonna cobble this together and get this up for tomorrow morning. Yeah, and thank you for taking part. If you've taken part, please, like, if you've got vlogs and stuff, please link them in the comments so I can see. And thank you to Harriet for asking me to co-host, because I was so touched and excited, and it's been a really good week. And also like the 3 of us with Nicole have been like chatting on Twitter as well, and that's been so nice. So yeah, all around just a lovely week. Yeah, and now I'm gonna, like I said, edit this together and then probably collapse on the sofa with the husband for the rest of the day. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks guys, bye.